Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome to a new series, and this is the World Cup Challenge. The World Cup is coming up soon. We're buzzing for it, hopefully you're buzzing for it, and it's going to be amazing. So we thought we'd do a series that revolved around it. Basically, the rules behind this are we have to play 5 games with a national squad that are in the World Cup. All the players in the team have to be named in the provisional squad to go to Rio. We can only spend 200,000 coins on the team, no more, but you can spend as little as possible. So this is going to make it very hard on who we decide to use. And at the end, we're going to have a leaderboard of all the top goal scorers and the clean sheets kept by the goalkeepers, and I'm very looking forward to it. So without any further ado, let's get into the first squad, which has obviously got to be the hosts themselves, Brazil.
So here we are, lads. This is the defence to begin with. In goal, I've got Jefferson, and I picked him up for a whopping 950 coins. Now that's cheap, and I definitely advise you to use him. I didn't keep any clean sheets, but it was well worth it. It's just me defending. I was awful. Then at left back, we've got Marcelo. Picked him up for 2,700 coins. At right back, we have got Dani Alves. Picked him up for a whopping 16,500 coins, but he is phenomenal. I would just advise anyone to use him if you haven't. He is well worth it. Then the two centre-backs, Thiago Silva, used him many times before, absolute beast on this game. I could justify spending 8,500 on him. And then Dante, the man that cost me 1,400. So the defence was relatively cheap, and we'll get on to the midfielders. At centre defensive midfield, as you can see, we've got Paulinho. I had to put him in there being a Spurs fan. I was well chuffed when he got announced in the Brazil squad, and I picked him up for 2,400 coins. And now at left midfield, we have got Willian. I picked him up for 12,000 coins for the reason that his work rate in real life is phenomenal, and it's the same on the game. He was a great player for me. And then on the right midfield, we have got Mr. Hulk. 4,100 coins he cost me, and he was well worth it. I've used him before and didn't really like him, but this time he scored some pretty crucial goals for me, I'll put it that way. And then at centre attacking midfield, we have got Bernard. Bernard was the best player by far in this team. He cost me 1,000 coins, which is cheap as chips. One of the cheapest players, but he was by far one of the best. I would advise anyone to use him in a Brazil squad. Now here we are, we have the strikers. We've got little and large, Fred the absolute giant. He's not too bad, his pace lets him down a lot, but he does score some crucial goals. And then we've got the man Neymar. Neymar was really good, but I couldn't justify spending 132,000 on him. He cost me 132,000 coins, and he wasn't as good as I thought he'd be. Yeah, he was good, but to say Fred cost me 950 coins, I would advise you to get a different striker other than Neymar. But all in all, this squad was amazing. We're going to get into the goals and the games. Now we are coming into the first game. We have got a team of absolute sweat. Martinez, team of the season, and Ibarbo up front. I was not looking forward to this at all, but then Fred kicks us off with the first goal of this new series. He bags an absolute lucky goal, and then Neymar cuts inside and finesses into the bottom right corner, grabbing us a second goal with Brazil, and I thought I was going all the way there. Then this happens. 2-1, and I start panicking, get lucky though, and Hulk puts one in the back of the net. Hulk scored quite a few goals for me, actually. Like I said before, he didn't score a lot the first time I used him, but this time he was pretty damn good. And then Neymar gets a nice little chip there. I end up winning that first game 4-1, and this next team I'm coming up against is a hybrid with Agbonlahor up top, which is always hard to look at because he's such a pace demon. And then there's Bernard showing his finishing skills. Bernard was absolutely phenomenal. This goal was awful, absolutely awful conceding goals. I conceded so many. I am shit at defending, but then Bernard again comes back and scores a second goal to put us 2-1 up. And then, can he do it? He's sprinting through. Can he finish? He finishes. That is it. Bernard, in his second game, has got a hat-trick from centre attacking mid. He was an absolute beast, and this brought on an absolute rage, and as you can tell, he decides to do one. So that brings us to 7 goals in 2 games and a rage quit. So I was well happy with that. Absolutely well chuffed. The next game we get into, the third game with a Prem hybrid and Adebayor and Remy up front. Now I was quite scared about this because Remy has got the pace and Adebayor has got the strength. And obviously he goes 1-0 up. Adebayor just absolutely tears my defence apart. And I was raging, to be fair. And then here we go again. Gets sweaty from a corner and manages to score another goal. So that means I'm losing 2-0. I've conceded quite a few goals already. And then this happens. Neymar hits the post. Absolute screaming shot, but can't manage to finish it. Then Remy has a shot. Goes across goal. Keeper parries it the wrong way, and Adebayor just has to clear that up. So I'm raging. Half time, I'm 3-0 down. Then Neymar pounces. He goes on the mistake, and he finishes. He absolutely finishes, taking us to our 8th goal. And then this. What is that? I score, but it's offside. I thought I'd got back into it then. And then another shot, just managing to miss. And Fred provides the goods. This is what I'm talking about. His finishing is phenomenal. His pace lets him down a little bit, but then he can finish the ball. And then I hit the crossbar with Neymar. I was absolutely crying, but then it pulls back to Willian. And then this goal, this game's going to extra time and penalties. I thought it was, but then this happens in the 102nd minute. Score at the 11th goal, Fred gets a header. I thought that was it, winning. 120th minute. Guess what happens? EA script comes out, and then what is that? Jefferson, what are you doing there? He drops the Sturridge, and he gets the equaliser. He gets the equaliser in the game, meaning I've won the first 2 and drew the third. Absolute scripted bullshit. Then, as you can see, that was the third team I was coming up against. That was a nice first goal to concede, to be fair. So I go 1-0 down again, and oh no, look, surprisingly, go 2-0 down again. So just before half-time, I'm raging as per usual, but Neymar gets a ball put through, and he can't finish, and Hulk manages to get some sort of penalty from there. I didn't know how the hell that was a penalty, but Gervinho, the 5-headed mofo, managed to give us a penalty, and I don't know, I thought Hulk fell then. I didn't think it was a deserved penalty, but Hulk is going to finish that. He's going to score the 12th goal and bag himself another. And then this, just the sweat pace comes out at Barbo and then just manages to take it round Jefferson. And that is sweat at its best. And we're getting into the 70th minute and Neymar has a shot parried and Hulk is there to finish. Hulk seemed to be in the right place at the right time every time. And look at this. This is the right time for a fluky sweat goal to come for me. 81st minute, 3-2 down, and I managed to bring it level. So extra time and penalties again. Extra time ended 0-0. So obviously we had to go to penalties, and I score the first. He scores the first. This is it. I hate penalties, and he manages to sky it. He skies the second one, so the pressure's off. Neymar steps up. He finishes that. Keeper gets the right way. My testicles were in my mouth at this time, and I managed to save it. I saved the next one. So I know. Bernard scores. I'm in with a chance. But it hits the keeper's legs. Absolutely wounded with that. But then I managed to not even dive for that one. And Willian's got the chance. Can he do it? He scores. 17th goal of the series. And then I save it. Jefferson's done it. He's won it for the lads. He has done it. The 4th game ends in a win. 3-3 in normal time. And then I win on penalties. Then this last team I was worried for. And then there you go. That was why I was worried. I knew I would go down. I conceded first nearly every game. Absolute piss take. But then Neymar, he's not going to miss from there. He's finishing cool, calm and calculated. Absolute boost of a player. But then Bernard just shows his class, putting us 2-1 up after 80 minutes. And that was it. I won. That was thanks to Bernard. So without any further ado, let's get into the leaderboards of this first episode of our new series. Obviously, top is Brazil with 19 goals for, 12 against, plus 7 goal difference, 1 for, drew 1, lost none. Absolute great record to start with. It's going to be hard to beat. They may be at the top for a while. And 13 points. So without any further ado, let's get into the top scorers of this series. And at 5th spot, we have Willian on 2 goals. Then all joint second, we have Hulk, Fred and Bernard with 4 goals. And then top of the scoring leaderboard is Neymar, 5 goals. I'm sure that could be beat. So let's see how we get on throughout this series. So guys, this is the end of the first episode. We really do hope you like this. It's sort of a different idea. The World Cup's coming up, so we thought we would get this out as soon as possible. If you did like it, please be sure to leave a like below, and any feedback is welcome. And I've been Baker. Peace out, boys.